The text was meant for her daughter. But when Amara's phone screen showed a message delivered to Minha, her blood turned to ice. 3 words. I love you. Sent to the most dangerous man in the city. A Korean mafia boss who'd once made a man disappear for spilling his drink. His reply came in seconds. My office. Now say it to my face. Amara's knees ached against the cold marble floor of Eclipse nightclub. 2:47 a.m. Her daughter Zoe was home alone. Well, not alone. Mrs. Chin from 3B was watching her, but still 8 years old and already used to mama working nights, coming home smelling like bleach and other people's champagne. She scrubbed at a wine stain near the VIP section, her dark hands raw and cracked. Invisible. That's what she was here. The black cleaning lady nobody saw. Nobody remembered. Just like Zoe's father hadn't seen her worth staying for. Have you ever felt invisible in a room full of people? Drop a comment below. 3 floors above, Minha sat in his office, eyes fixed on security monitors. The club had closed an hour ago, but he never slept. Sleep was a weakness in his world. His tailored black suit was perfect, not a thread out of place. His face, beautiful in a dangerous way, showed nothing. He watched the cleaning woman on camera 7. She'd worked here for 6 months. Never late, never complained, never looked up. His phone was in his hand. Messages from his lieutenants about a shipment, a territorial dispute, blood that needed spilling. He typed responses with cold efficiency. Emotions were liabilities. Control was survival. Amara pulled out her phone. Exhausted. She texted Zoe every night before her 3 a.m. break. I love you, baby girl. Mama's coming home soon. But her eyes were blurry, tired. Her thumb slipped. She hit Minha's name instead. His contact info is in the employee directory. The message was sent before she realized. Then she saw it. Her heart stopped. The phone slipped from her trembling fingers and cracked against the marble floor. Minha stared at his phone screen. 3 words in English. I love you from the cleaning woman. His jaw tightened. In his world, this was either a threat, a joke, or stupidity. All 3 were punishable. His fingers moved across the screen. My office now. Say it to my face. Amara read the message and her lungs forgot how to work. Her vision blurred. This man, Minha, owned half the city's underground. People whispered his name like a curse. She'd seen him once walking through the club with men who had guns under their jackets. She could run, disappear into the night, but he had her employee file, her address, Zoe's school information. Her legs moved before her mind agreed. Each step toward the elevator felt like walking through water. The ride up was 13 seconds that lasted a lifetime. The doors opened to a hallway of black marble and red accent lights. His office door was open. Minha stood by the floor-to-ceiling window, hands clasped behind his back, looking out at the city he controlled. He didn't turn around. Come in. Close the door. His voice was silk over steel, accented but perfect. Amara's hand shook as she pushed the door shut. The click echoed like a gunshot. He turned slowly. God, he was beautiful. Sharp cheekbones, dark eyes that could cut glass, lips that had probably ordered deaths without flinching. Their eyes met. Something electric crackled in the air between them. He felt it, too. She saw his pupils dilate slightly, a micro-expression of surprise he couldn't quite hide. Explain one word, a command. Amara's voice came out stronger than she expected. It was a mistake. It was meant for my daughter. He stepped closer, then closer, invading her space. Prove it. Amara's breath hitched as he circled her slowly like a predator assessing prey. She forced herself to stand still, chin up. She wouldn't cower. My daughter is 8. I text her every night during my break. I didn't mean to. Your name is in the employee system, and I wasn't paying attention. Show me your phone. She'd left it downstairs, cracked on the floor where she'd dropped it. I don't have it with me. His eyebrow arched. Convenient. It's not. Her voice rose. Why would I text you that? I don't even know you. Exactly. He stopped in front of her, so close she could smell his cologne. Expensive, dark, intoxicating. So why did you? The question hung between them like a blade. His eyes searched hers, looking for lies, fear, manipulation. Instead, he found exhaustion, desperation, and something else. A flicker of defiance that made his pulse quicken in a way he didn't recognize. Amara's hands balled into fists. Because I'm a tired single mother working 3 jobs who hasn't slept more than 4 hours in 2 years. Because my fingers slipped. Because mistakes happen when you're human. Humans. The word landed between them like an accusation. Minha's expression didn't change, but something flickered behind his eyes. He stepped back, creating distance. Go back to work. Amara blinked. What? You heard me? She didn't move. That's it. You're not going to fire you, kill you? His lips curved into something that wasn't quite a smile. No, but I'll be watching you, Amara. He knew her name. Of course he did. She turned and walked out on shaking legs, not daring to run until the elevator doors closed, but she could still feel his eyes on her. Amara made it back downstairs, retrieved her cracked phone, and tried to focus on cleaning, but her hands wouldn't stop trembling. At 4:15 a.m., the lights suddenly cut out. Emergency reds kicked in, bathing everything in crimson. Then she heard it. Gunshots, distant but real. Pop, pop, pop. Her scream caught in her throat. Heavy footsteps thundered down the main staircase. Minha appeared with 2 men in black, guns drawn. His eyes found Amara immediately. With me now? What's happening now? He grabbed her wrist and pulled her toward a hidden door behind the bar. His men took positions at the exits. More gunshots. Closer. They descended into a basement she didn't know existed. A private safe room with monitors, weapons on the walls, a leather couch, a bed, a whole apartment underground. Minha locked the steel door behind them, pressed buttons on a security panel. We're locked down until my men clear the building. Amara backed against the wall. Someone's attacking you. Rival gang. They've been bold lately. He shrugged off his jacket, revealed a shoulder holster with a gun, rolled up his sleeves. She saw scars, burns, cuts, stories written in pain on his skin. How long will we be here? He checked the monitors showing carnage above his men exchanging fire with intruders and masks. Hours, maybe until morning. Her heart sank. My daughter, give me her address. She hesitated. I'm not going to hurt a child, Amara. I'll have someone check on her. Make sure she's safe. Something in his voice made her believe him. She whispered the address. He made a call in rapid Korean, then hung up. Done. She's fine. Mrs. Chen is with her. Amara's knees buckled with relief. She sank onto the couch. Minha watched her with an unreadable expression. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm trying to figure you out. Hours passed. The gunfire stopped. Minha's men reported the intruders were dead or had fled, but he didn't unlock the door yet. Amara sat on one end of the couch, Minha on the other. An entire cushion between them that felt like miles and inches at the same time. Tell me about your daughter, he said quietly. Amara's defenses rose. Why? Because we have time and I'm curious. She studied his face. No malice, just interest. Real interest. Zoe, she's 8, loves dinosaurs and wants to be a paleontologist. Amara's voice softened. She's the only good thing her father left me before he disappeared. He left you pregnant. He left me broke alone and black in a city that doesn't care about women like me. Bitterness crept into her tone. Said he wasn't ready to be a father, that I'd trapped him. Have you ever been abandoned by someone you loved? Tell us your story in the comments and don't forget to subscribe. Minha's jaw clenched. He was a coward. And what are you? The question escaped before she could stop it. He was quiet for a long moment. Then I was 11 when my parents were killed in Seoul. Debt collectors, I watched them die. Amara's breath caught. I was put in an orphanage, beaten, starved. At 14, I ran, joined a gang to survive, killed my first man at 16. His voice was flat, emotionless. I built this empire on blood and fear because it's the only language the world taught me. I'm sorry, Amara whispered. Don't be. I'm not. But his eyes said differently. We're both survivors, Amara. Just different battlefields. She saw him then, not the monster, the boy who had to become one. Amara didn't realize she'd fallen asleep until she woke to warmth draped over her shoulders. Minha's suit jacket. She blinked, disoriented. He sat across from her in the armchair, watching her with an expression she couldn't name. Softer, almost tender. You were shivering, he said simply. She pulled the jacket tighter. It smelled like him. Sandalwood and danger, and something underneath that was just him. What time is it? 6 a.m. Sun's coming up. My men have secured the building. So I can go. He hesitated. Yes. Neither of them moved. Why didn't you wake me? She asked. You needed rest. He leaned forward, elbows on his knees. You work too hard, Amara. 3 jobs for 1 child. There's no shame in accepting help. From a criminal. The word came out softer than she intended. Not an accusation, a question. From someone who sees you. His voice dropped. I've watched you for months on those cameras. You never complain, never cut corners, never ask for anything. You're extraordinary. Her heart stuttered. You've been watching me? Yes. No apology? No shame. She should have been horrified, angry. Instead, heat bloomed in her chest. That's creepy, Minha. His lips curved into a real smile for the first time. God, it transformed his face. I know. Silence stretched between them, but it wasn't uncomfortable anymore. It was charged, electric. He stood, extended his hand. Come, I'll drive you home. Amara took his hand, his fingers closed around hers, warm, strong, careful. He pulled her up, and she stumbled slightly, landing against his chest. Their faces were inches apart. Maybe that text wasn't such an accident, he murmured, echoing her own traitorous thoughts. She didn't pull away. Maybe it was fate. Everything shattered 3 days later. Amara had just finished her shift when a Minha's second in command, a cold-eyed man named Jin, cornered her in the parking lot. You need to stay away from him. Her blood ran cold. I don't know what I saw the cameras, the safe room, the way he looks at you. Jin's voice was ice. You're a liability, a weakness. In our world, weakness gets you killed. I'm not. His enemies will use you, torture you, hurt your daughter to get to him. Jin stepped closer. Is that what you want? Your little girl caught in a war. The words hit like bullets. Zoe. God. Zoe. Leave. Quit. Disappear or I'll make you. Amara ran. That night, Minha called her 12 times. She didn't answer. She typed out resignation emails through tears, hands shaking. He showed up at her apartment at midnight. She opened the door because she knew he'd break it down if she didn't. Why are you quitting? His voice was dangerous. Controlled fury. Because this, she gestured between them, was insane from the start. I have a daughter. You have enemies. Jin made it very clear what happens to liabilities. Something dark crossed his face. Jin spoke to you? He threatened me. My daughter. Minha's hands clenched into fists. I'll kill him. No. Amara's voice broke. Don't you see? This is exactly why I can't. We can't. Tears spilled over. I was stupid to think someone like you could ever say it, he demanded, stepping closer. Say what you're afraid to say. That I'm falling for you. The confession ripped out of her, and it terrifies me because you're everything I should run from. His face went blank cold. Then he turned and walked away. 2 weeks of silence felt like drowning. Amara worked her other 2 jobs, a diner during the day, a laundromat at night. She avoided eclipse, avoided memories, but Minha haunted her anyway. Zoe noticed. Why are you sad, Mama? I'm not sad, baby. You cry in the shower. I can hear you. God. Amara pulled her daughter close, kissed her forehead. Mama just lost a friend. Was he nice? Children always knew. Yes, he was complicated. 3:00 a.m. on a Tuesday. Rain hammered against Amara's window. Someone knocked. On her door, heavy, insistent. She knew before she opened it. Minha stood there soaking wet. No bodyguards, no guns, no armor, just him in a white shirt plastered to skin, hair dripping, eyes raw. I fired Jin, he said without preamble. Exiled him. He'll never touch you or Zoe. Amara's breath caught. I've spent 2 weeks trying to forget you, trying to convince myself you were right, that this was insane. He stepped closer, rain puddling at his feet. But I can't. I can't sleep. Can't think. Can't breathe without wondering if you're okay. Minha, I'm legitimizing my businesses. All of them. Going clean. It'll take time, but I'm done with the bloodshed. Done with the Empire if it means losing you? His voice cracked. I've survived violence, betrayal, wars, but I can't survive not having you. Tears streamed down her face. You'd give up everything. Everything I built was to fill a void. But you, he cupped her face with trembling hands. You make me feel human. Again, like I deserve something good, something real. Say it, Amara whispered, echoing his words from before. Say what you're afraid to say. I love you. His voice broke. Saren. I love you, Amara. Amara closed the distance and kissed him. Desperate, real, pouring 2 weeks of longing into one moment. He kissed her back like she was oxygen and he'd been drowning. When they finally broke apart, both breathless, she whispered against his lips, I love you too. I think I have since that first night in your office. Minha laughed, a real genuine sound she'd never heard from him. A mistake text that changed everything. The best mistake I ever made. He knelt then right there in her doorway and took her hands. I know I'm not easy. I know my past is dark. But I swear to you, I'll spend every day proving I can be the man you and Zoe deserve. Get up, Amara said, pulling him to his feet. You don't kneel for anyone, not even me. For you, I'd kneel every day. 6 months later, Amara stood in the penthouse Minha had bought for them. Zoe, and him. He'd sold Eclipse and 3 other properties, invested in legitimate tech companies, and hired lawyers to clean his record. Zoe called him Appa Minha now, and he taught her Korean words while helping with her dinosaur homework. Amara quit all 3 jobs. Minha insisted, let me take care of you. You've been strong alone long enough. She was finishing her GED, planning to go to college. He supported every dream. That morning, she woke to him watching her sleep just like in the safe room months ago. Say it again, he whispered. She smiled. I love you again in Korean. Sarinji. He kissed her forehead. Sarang Amara forever. Sometimes the wrong text goes to exactly the right person. Thanks for watching. Have you ever sent a text to the wrong person that changed your life? What's your craziest love story? Share it in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more incredible emotional journeys.